Welcome to the chapter on construction management. This chapter is crucial for civil engineering students as it covers the planning, coordination, and control of construction projects from inception to completion. In this chapter, we will cover the essentials of project planning, cost estimation, and site management in construction management. Project planning is the first step in construction management. It involves defining the project scope, objectives, and the steps necessary to achieve them. Effective project planning ensures that the project is completed on time, within budget, and to the required quality standards. The first key component of project planning is defining objectives. This involves establishing clear and achievable goals for the project. For example, constructing a 10-story residential building within 18 months. Next, we have the work breakdown structure, or WBS. This involves breaking down the project into smaller, manageable tasks. For instance, in a residential building project, tasks might include foundation work, framing, roofing, electrical, and plumbing. Scheduling is another critical component. It involves developing a timeline for the project using tools like Gantt charts or the critical path method. For example, if the foundation work takes 2 months and framing takes 3 months, the schedule should reflect these durations. Resource allocation involves identifying and allocating resources such as labor, materials, and equipment. For example, assigning a team of 10 workers for the foundation work and ensuring the availability of concrete and steel. Risk management is about identifying potential risks and developing mitigation strategies. For example, weather delays can be mitigated by planning for extra days in the schedule. Cost estimation is the process of forecasting the financial resources required for a construction project. Accurate cost estimation is crucial for budgeting and financial planning. Direct costs are those directly associated with construction activities, such as labor, materials, and equipment. For example, the cost of concrete for the foundation or the wages for construction workers. Indirect costs are not directly tied to construction activities, but are necessary for project completion. Examples include administrative expenses, permits, and insurance. Contingency is an additional amount added to the estimate to cover unforeseen expenses. For example, adding 10% of the total estimated cost to account for unexpected issues. There are several methods for cost estimation, including analogous estimating, parametric estimating, and bottom-up estimating. Analogous estimating uses historical data from similar projects to estimate costs. For example, if a similar building cost $1 million, the current project might be estimated around the same amount. Parametric estimating uses statistical relationships between historical data and other variables to estimate costs. For example, if the cost per square foot of construction is $100, a 10,000 square foot building would be estimated at $1 million. Bottom-up estimating involves estimating costs for individual tasks and summing them to get the total project cost. For example, estimating the cost of materials, labor, and equipment for each task in the work breakdown structure and adding them up. Site management involves overseeing the day-to-day operations on the construction site to ensure the project progresses smoothly and safely. Site layout involves planning the physical arrangement of the construction site, including storage areas, worker facilities, and access routes. For example, designating specific areas for material storage to minimize movement and improve efficiency. Safety management involves implementing safety protocols to protect workers and comply with regulations. For example, providing personal protective equipment and conducting regular safety training sessions. Quality control ensures that construction work meets the required standards and specifications. For example, conducting regular inspections and tests on materials and workmanship. Effective communication involves facilitating communication among all stakeholders, including the project team, contractors, and clients. For example, holding regular site meetings to discuss progress, issues, and updates. Consider the construction of a new school building. The project planning phase would involve defining the scope, creating a work breakdown structure, scheduling tasks, allocating resources, and identifying risks. Cost estimation would involve calculating direct and indirect costs and adding a contingency amount. Site management would ensure the construction site is well organized, safe, and that the work meets quality standards. Effective communication would keep all stakeholders informed and involved throughout the project. Thank you for watching this chapter on construction management. By understanding and applying these principles, you can gain a solid foundation in construction management, preparing you for more advanced topics and real-world applications in your future careers.